Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're doing a divine spread today. Hope that you all have a wonderful week. Usually the divine spread is done on Sunday or on Friday. This card just turned upside down. Oh, okay. So 8 of Cups. Someone wanting to leave a situation but being stuck. All right, so the divine spread usually goes for about a week, so I'll leave the timing up to you. As we know, timing can be very different for all of us. Okay, so a divine spread is the spread that I have formulated as we're looking to how the divine helps us. It is very similar to a horoscope spread. That's how I usually like to see it. So you can look at it from that perspective as well, as the astrological chart is a circle, as is the divine spread. So it's up to you. Each position does speak to a different area and where timing is concerned as well. So timing, of course, as I said, can be very different for each of us. So let's see, dear Spirit. It's the 7th of March today, my dear friends. 7th of March of 2022. It is a number 7. 7 does speak to conflict, needing to make changes, decisions, and stop being stuck. It's a time of deciding to take the reins and move forward. Let's see what the divine spread holds. You can relate this reading to any part of your life, any area of your life. So let's see what the cards say. Today I'm feeling I need to take the cards in this way. So we've got the seed, the past, what is hidden, the recent past, the now, what is crowning, what are our goals, our inspiration, what are we aiming for, okay? The action and advice from Spirit, the possible outcome, and the divine position, helping or being hindered by the divine. This is help from Spirit, from the planetary alignments or hindrance. We will see. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Sun. This is beautiful. Leo. Leo is a lot of happiness. It's childlike energies. It is the ability to create. It's the ability to heal, coming from a place of heart. Leo is fixed fire. Okay, so we know fixed signs of in the position of needing to make great changes. They are being forced to change situations in their life because of the fate, and where the nodal axis is in Taurus, Scorpio, my friends. So Leo is the archetype of Leo. The energy of Leo is pushing us to make those necessary changes, to be able to create, to birth something new. Whether this is business, love, family, whatever it is. Let's look at the karma, dharma in this divine spread, dear Spirit. What is the karma, dharma? What is the energy we are working with? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. The devil. Okay. Capricorn. Now, many of you may know, as you've been following me, that Venus and Mars now are at the 0 degrees of Aquarius. The energies are shifting. We will see what the spread shows us. But this is the Capricorn season, which is coming, I want to say coming to an end, but Pluto is still there. And he will be there till next year, when he will ingress into Aquarius, to that 0 degrees again, which Venus and Mars are on now. And I've asked many of you, what do you have at 0 degrees of Aquarius? And remember, Aquarius is opposite Leo, and it's a fixed air sign. So Aquarius is intelligence. It's a wish fulfillment. It's being social, getting out there, connecting with friends, having a possibility of a wish fulfillment. It's intelligence, it's scientific, it's futuristic. So that is the promise here. But as I said, Pluto will ingress into Aquarius in 2023, but we'll move back into Capricorn and come back to the Aquarius area in 2024. So that's the Capricorn energy that we are still dealing with. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's all about needing to mature, going through fate, karma mainly, I would want to say, because it is a Saturnian ruled sign. And as you can see here, the door is open, but this person is not releasing themselves. Something is holding them back. Is it timing? Which that's what Saturn is, the Lord of karma and timing. Is it obligations? Is it duties? Is it fears? What is it? Do they still need to grow because they have not matured? They have not taken the Capricorn is leadership. It's cardinal earth. So one needs to be grounded, but also willing to do the work. Climb that mountain as the mountain goat or the sea goat, right? So remember that the gifts that come, the rewards that come from Saturn, and after we've been dealing with a Saturnian chapter in our lives, it will be different for each of us. In which area it could also incorporate various areas. Why? Because, looking at life and let's say the areas of our lives, and obviously what's going on up there in the sky with the planets, they do connect. They go through oppositions, they go through squares. So it's like a domino effect, where it's not only one area of life that is being affected, it's connecting to other areas, right? So as we know, just like in the Temperance card, right? Temperance, which is Archangel Michael, it's where we're looking for our balance. We're looking to find peace and balance and tranquility in our lives. And we know that humanity, of course, but also personally, we've been going through many, many challenges. So Spirit always promises that there will be divine guidance. There will be that tranquility once we've grown. Remember that Sagittarius, which is Temperance. It's the tarot card. It's the major arcana. Temperance is Sagittarius, which comes before Capricorn. It's as though we've passed past the area of Sagittarius. We've sort of needed to see the truth. Our beliefs have been going through major changes. And remember that Jupiter is now in Pisces. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So again, from Sagittarius to Pisces, it's a square, which means we're uncomfortable. Our beliefs are changing, but there's promise in holding on to faith. Pisces is unconditional love. It's the ability to create that dream, create that wish, something that we've been wishing for. We are going through an ascension process, whether it's personally, cosmologically, humanity's growing. We're ascending. So, as I said, Venus and Mars and all the planets have passed Capricorn. We've only got Pluto here at this time. Now, I think also for those of you that are familiar, Vesta is still Vesta, which is what you're invested in, the asteroid Vesta. What have you been invested in, right? You're still being challenged to finish this long. Remember, Pluto is a very slow-moving planet, and it's in Capricorn, which is saying that the transformation is happening a step at a time. We're looking at our investments. Have we invested too much in one area, not enough in another? But the lovers now, Venus and Mars, are in Aquarius, so they're looking for ingenious ways to move forward. And we're looking towards magical, truly, energies coming through with Jupiter, the Sun. Jupiter just Kazimid, embraced with the Sun. This is a brand new cycle that is very promising, that has begun. Even though things can look really frightening, I do believe on a larger scale that the magic has started. And remember, Pisces is ending a cycle, and we're just around the corner from the equinox. So it's like a brand new beginning. A new astrological year is beginning. It's just around the corner. There's new promise here. Let's see. I know I've kept you wondering what the cards are. So let's see what the cards are. At the foundation, we have a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, my dear friends. Someone very stable, someone very dependable, someone very hardworking, very grounded, someone who has their feet planted on the ground, right? This could be a father, this could be a boss, this could be someone that's just very going through a lot of trouble, needing to grow, mature, take charge. Remember, Capricorn is, it's the manager, it's the CEO, it's the one that's in power. Let's see what is hidden. We've got the Ace of Wands, so there's the ability and the passion to have a new beginning, right? To be able to create something that we love. Is it a business? Is it a project? This could be, yes, a new project, right? With the Sun card, which is what we're wanting to create, what we are hoping to create. Remember, Leo is also fun as well. It's risk-taking. It's, I'm going to gamble this. I'm going to take a gamble on this because I want to create something that I love, something that I desire. So we've got Leo, and we've got cardinal Earth. We've also got fixed Earth here. Recent past is the Three of Cups. Wow, in the now position is the World card. There's the ending of a cycle. Venus has been reborn. She started a new cycle, as we know, from when she was transiting through Capricorn. We've got Justice. These are strong cards, dear friends. Justice is crowning us. Justice, Libra. So more cardinal energies. So, and we know cardinal signs are about changes, instigating new beginnings, a change of season. The Justice card crowning us. We're wanting balance. We're wanting fairness. Justice can also speak to legalities, divorce, separation, but also equilibrium, equal giving and receiving, as we see the scales here. What is the action and advice? We've got the Ten of Cups, dear friends. Another very potent card. Ten of Cups, bliss, happiness, maybe also an ending of a cycle. And we know that the World card is, of course, it's a card of accomplishment. So, wow, everyone. The Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. That is beautiful. Let's see how the divine helps or hinders. What are the planetary, oh my God, another 10 of Swords. The planetary energies and how they affect us. Wow. Oh my God, okay. There's a dilemma here. And this also could tell me that someone's been in a dilemma and they've made up their mind. They've made up their mind about a dilemma. Let's see what's beneath the Sun card. We've got the Fool card. Here we go. Someone is reaching for their wish fulfillment, reaching for a brand new cycle. This is an ending, dear friends. This is a major karmic cycle that is ending. Aries energy, cardinal fire. The promise is roughly around the 20th of March. Well, with the equinox, with the beginning, the beginning of a new astrological year. There is temperance. Yes, someone is looking for balance, fairness, justice. There's also a lot of spiritual growth here. Okay, coming from a place of heart. This could also speak to a spiritual connection, a love connection as well, which the Fool is ready to take a journey, right? So maybe having gone through many changes pertaining to their beliefs, okay, one is stepping into their truth. Oh my God, what a reading, dear friends. The Ace of Pentacles, something long-term, something that has been offered in the past. We see the door was closed at some stage. It's probably the devil energy, so fearing taking this leap of faith. But I feel with temperance here, which is Archangel Michael, saying that all is happening in divine timing, that door will open. And we've got the portal here, crowning, number 11, Major Arcana, Justice card. Before that, yep, Nine of Wands, needing to stick to your guns, staying firm. Someone's gone through a lot of challenges and tests here. Needing to close up a cycle. There's that 10 of Pentacles, which is an ending of a cycle. Remember, this does speak to a family. It speaks to someone's security. So like a cycle that's ending, where they reached a point of grounding, I'm going to say, because maybe it was all about it was the wrong reasons why they were holding on to something and not ending a cycle, not ending a situation that was very promising, let's say, in the past, but came to an ending because there were too many troubles, too much hurt, too much pain. We know the Nine of Wands is someone's desires, where they've pushed through. They've battled so that they could keep a hold on a situation. But remember that this 10 of Pentacles does turn into the Ace. So someone was waiting for that right time, for that offer, but maybe the offer was not on the table in the past because of timing. Everyone needed to be in the right position. Remember, Spirit says that Spirit on a whole always takes care of all, and says that it's always about divine timing. Everyone needs to be in position. The fruit needs to mature to be ripe before we can take it. And I feel that the timing is right. It is ripe now and in the near future. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles, someone, and remember that he's holding that Ace of Pentacles, which he's planted. This is something that, because the King of Pentacles is someone that's very mature. Now, I'm not reading reversal, so maybe it's the maturation, the growth, or of a person or of a situation. Remember, he's holding that seed. So we know that the King of Pentacles, being a mature father, is the most mature king in the deck. Right, so he's gone through his own experiences. For those of you that this person, I don't know if it's you or if it's another person you're dealing with, maybe they've been going through a growth spurt. But also the fact is that the passion and the desire, the challenge here was to plant that seed and wait for it to germinate, to sprout. We know the Ace of Wands is very similar. It usually shows growth, as you can see here, that there is a blossoming of this desire. Now, the Ace of Wands could be a sexual connection as well, a desire to connect, because the devil can also speak to, yes, he can speak to toxicity, fears, and all those matters that the devil denotes, but it also does speak to a connection that is very, very magnetizing, very attracting, right? Something that someone cannot deny, an undeniable urge to connect. The devil also can speak to a love affair, my dear friends. So someone here may have been the third person. Remember, we've seen so many tens, the 10 of cups, the 10 of pentacles here, right? 10 of pentacles, but the 9 of wands sitting on that, which is saying that and going back to what I was saying, so someone having maybe been in a situation where their emotions were not fulfilled. They did not find their bliss. Remember that 8 of cups was in the reverse, that turned upside down. It was in the reverse, which says that in relation to what someone was investing themselves, their life in, they did not find their happiness because those 8 cups were in the reverse. Remember, this could be also an 8-year situation, 7 going on to 8-year situation. It's a Venus synodic cycle as well. Remember, as I've been telling you, that Venus has started a brand new cycle as she retrograded, and she became the morning star in the sign of Capricorn, which does speak of a lot of promise, because as she's come up from the underworld, right, she's been reborn, and she's very shiny, she's very attractive. It's as though she's attracting all that abundance, those Venusian matters, which speaks to money, values, love, a feel-good energy, support. Anything that we love is Venus, dear friends. And I do feel that there is a rebirth here. So there is great promise, and we know Venus, transiting through Aquarius. Aquarius is social media. This could speak to a lot of communication, a lot of connecting with groups, with others. And Aquarius is before Pisces. Venus is looking forward to entering Pisces. She's going to move into the sign that fits her like a glove. She's been going through so much. Remember, she's retrograded in Capricorn since December. So through Capricorn, now through Aquarius, she's in between Pluto and Saturn, my dear friends. In between a rock and a hard place. Think of that. So yes, she's challenged, but remember, she's hand in hand with Mars, and Mars is my desire. It's the ruling planet of Aries. Aries promises that new cycle, overcoming any wounds of new beginnings, leaving the past. Pisces, that ending to a major karmic imprisonment, personally and collectively. Think of that. So 3 of Cups, celebration, other people, connecting with others. This is the recent past. Some of you may have had issues with a divorce because of a third person. Issues of gossip. 3 of Cups does speak to other people being in the picture, but it can also speak to hoping and desiring a reconciliation. Maybe this was a sign of a possible reconciliation. Doesn't have to be a love matter. It could also speak to family, could speak to friendships. So that's the recent past, right? Where someone is getting out there, maybe trying to heal themselves, because we see that there's been an ending here. Okay, there's been There's been backstabbing, there's been deception, there's been a lack of truths, fears of an ending, a difficult ending. Remember, this is the darkest before the dawn, feeling as though there is no hope. So the beautiful message here is that the World card is in the now, and Venus, we see her stepping out. She's completed this cycle. She is being reborn. That is the promise here. And of course the World card does speak to long distance, traveling the world, or dealing with someone who is at a long distance. Could be from a different culture, different area of the world, someone who maybe even speaks a different language, has different beliefs, remember. So we see that she's obviously she's succeeded in ending this cycle, having gone through the Fool's journey. It's now the time of a beginning, a brand new beginning. And we see that she's in the wreath. The wreath is, it's like saying in memory of the past. Let's leave the past. Okay, let's not forget the past, but let's detach from that and move on and start a brand new cycle, because what we're looking for is justice, and I do believe that justice will be served, of course. It is the portal that opens, as I always say. Libra is balance. It's Venus. So Venus moving through Libra is more of that divine, that higher dimensional, transcendent Venus, right? So it's magical. It's a magical energy with when Venus connects to Libra, or the archetype of the Venusian Libra. Libra, remember, relationships, fairness amongst two people. Okay, so an equal giving and receiving. The action and the advice is that, yes, the Ten of Cups, we do get there. The possibilities are that we get there. And the advice is that, yes, someone has got the ability to find those two cups, that equal giving and receiving, that soulmate connection, or that agreement, dear friends. Okay, and the promise is here, the Nine of Cups. So there is the possibility of a wish fulfillment. Remember, we go from the 10 to the 9. So it's like, for some of you, this could be like taking a step back. Only taking a step back, right? And possibly also where you're waiting for this energy of bliss and a completion, a blissful completion, where the promise is you get to that. But taking a step back and knowing that that wish fulfillment is in reach. But for the time being, because we've got the devil, I'm going to say someone is wanting and needing to fill their own cup, to know their own worth, right? And I'm also going to say that what I get from the 10 and the 9 is that doing what fulfills you, what makes you happy, will bring you to that sense of bliss. Okay, because it's like checking out, not focusing too much on our bliss and what it is that we're hoping to gain, to obtain. Just check out for a moment. Do what is blissful and what makes you happy, and see if Spirit does not bring you that gift, that bliss. Because once you stop focusing too hard, too harshly on a certain situation, because you're pushing it away, it's forever, you're practically ready to grasp that happiness, but because you're so focused, too focused, I think the reading is saying here, check out for a moment, do what you love to do, make yourself feel good. and see what happens. And here, obviously, we've got the betrayal, but this is the end. Someone sees the truth to a betrayal. And because he's on his back and he's facing the swords, he knew that this was inevitable, this ending. He knew it. So he stood in his truth. He's standing in his truth. He or she, doesn't matter. Okay, the Ace of Swords is truth. It's clarity. It's also victory. And I feel here that there will be a very important, I would say also a moment of crisis where, yes, the door will open. So the choice is yours whether you need to step out of this toxicity, this situation that keeps pulling you back into this unhealthy cycle. Remember that this could speak to narcissism, ego, egocentricity. If you've been in a situation where you've been stuck, where you've been putting in the hard work and not seeing any outcome, any abundance coming to you, any revelation or signs that you're on the right track and that there is light at the end of the tunnel, it's a time to end that. That will be your moment, your critical moment where you need to make that decision. Remember, aces are new beginnings. They're possibilities. We've seen 3. We had the Ace of Pentacles in the past. Something long-term, marriage, commitment, new project, a gift for something that's very positive, something that is very much of value. Remember, the pentacles are earth. They're long-term. They do give us a sense of security. Now, in the hidden position, we see that there is the desire for that. In the position of spirit and the planetary alignments, there is the possibility to see through the darkness. And because of the Two of Swords, to me, it's like a mirroring effect. It's as though you and the person you are watching this reading for, there's like a mirroring between the two of you, that you're both at the same situation here and both needing to make that, to take that next step without fear and move into the future with it. Remember, coming from a place of heart. Remember that Jupiter connected with the Sun, a brand new 12-year cycle has started now. And of course, it can be very magical. Some of us are seeing the truth after we've been wearing rose-colored glasses. I mean, Jupiter moving through Pisces is the truth. It's justice. It's my truth. I've got the ability to see through the clouds, through the confusion, through the deception. And I could see that I'm not stuck in a prison. Okay, it's myself holding myself back in this prison, in this karmic cycle. Remember that Pisces is the hanging man. It's time to look at things from a different perspective. That's enough sacrifice. It's time to surrender. Do what makes you happy and see what happens. See what gifts come from the universe. Okay, let's take the Psychic Tarot for the heart. Wow, everyone. Shine. And we've got Leo here again. Those who are coming from a place of heart, because we've got the Sun twice. I feel that because Leo is also leadership. Obviously, we've been held back from fears, from needing to do the right thing, from needing to put in the work. Remember that Leo is, I've got the ability to create. This could also be the rewards at this time, my dear friends, after that door has opened. Remember, Venus and Mars have left Capricorn now. So it's a time to shine bright. You've created something wonderful. There is a birth here, a birthing of situation connecting to more fun, to generosity, which is Leo, leadership, kingship. Embrace. Oh, wow. The World card is here once more. Remember that the World card is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. And also that the Leo energy, Leo, Aquarius, obviously have been squared by the nodes in Taurus, Scorpio. So there's action. It's as though someone who is in a leadership position has been pushed through fate, through karma, to take action now. And if this is in relation to this King of Pentacles, yes, they have been challenged. Maybe it's a time of needing to change perspective. And if someone has been investing too much in work, I think it's more about doing what makes us happy right now. So if anything was too much, it was too hard, right? You didn't get to see any happiness. This is your understanding that that's it. Stop pushing towards that. Take a different route. Look at things from a different perspective. I feel lots of changes. What's at the bottom? And we've got manifest, an ace. The magician, dear friends. And the magician does speak to communication. It is Mercury. And of course, Mercury rules Gemini as well as Virgo. Manifestation here, a new beginning, another ace. Okay, Mercury can speak to business. Mercury right now is in Aquarius, so there's strong intelligence. It's in a Uranus-ruled sign, so there's a lot of intelligence, a lot of communication, a lot of, I'm going to say also aha moments, because Mercury is bringing us information and is trying to clear the air, okay, trying to clear the confusion. It's all about moving forward. It's not about looking back right now. Let's see what the Lenormand holds before I take another layer of tarot. We have the divine feminine here. We have the child. Oh my God, and we've got the snake. So, in the position that the snake is here, which can speak to a third person, another woman, could be right? This divine feminine, whoever she is, she could be the third person. But nevertheless, looking at the divine feminine and the child does speak to happiness, something new, possibly. The snake can also speak to those fears, right? It's Scorpio energy, and we know Pluto is transiting through Capricorn. This can speak to jealousy, as I said, a third person or an enemy, but it can also speak to this divine feminine going through a slow transformation. Having dealt with her karma, there is the possibility here for something new. Now, this can relate to a mother and a child as well. So if we look at the snake, which the snake speaks to sexuality, but also something forbidden, which is like the blockages, right? It can speak to deception, desires, and a very strong sexual connection as well. So it could be a new sexual relationship, possibly, or something maybe to do with the past, but something that's been very much of desire. It's been blocked because of another person, another divine feminine. I don't know if she was divine. The snake is generally an enemy. It's not an easy card. It's something that is very also wise energies, something that's been planned, strategized. Let's take one more card. And we've got the clouds here, which is Neptune. Neptune in Pisces. Yeah, there it is. So there is the ring, which speaks to that cycle. Remember what I was talking about, Jupiter bringing us clarity as to the fears, or as to maybe also an affair where there was information missing. Information missing that possibly could be coming up to the surface now. Now, in relation to this divine feminine, because we know the snake is also shedding. It's like taking off a layer at a time, like doing strategizing and planning. It's a lot of wisdom, but also it can speak to poison. The poison, or the lack of understanding here pertaining to someone's marital status as well, or someone's obligations, or someone's karma. What will be revealed, because we know the snake is Pluto and it's very hidden. The clouds are Pisces, which speaks to rose-colored glasses, which Jupiter is going to take those glasses off for us. And we will see, pertaining to a commitment, where someone was in a tough position. Why do I say that? It's a 25, which is a 7. Remember, today is the 7th of March. So we're turning a corner. And we've got the divine masculine here, who is ready to step out, ready to flirt. This is an offer. Someone who's ready to date, to get out there. We see the house here. Someone maybe who was married, someone who felt stuck by obligations, duties. Yes, and we've got the mice here, which speaks to deficiency, financial loss, lack of happiness. Third people here pertaining to a marriage, or someone's stability or security, if this is in relation to business. There's newness here. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius. There is a blossoming, as I said before, with this Ace of Wands. Interesting. Let's take another layer. See what's going on. Let's look at this King of Pentacles. Now, those of you that are familiar with astrology, you can always look at the area of Aries here, right? So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. These are the areas, okay, if you are familiar with your own chart. If we look at this as a horoscope, it gives you a totally different meaning, okay? Because we know here is Aries, right? What is Aries? It's a beginning, right? It's that seed that is planted. Someone is desiring a celebration, so they're taking a chance, right? They're moving towards what they desire. What is Venusian for them? What they're wanting is something long-term, and they want to feel safe and secure and provided for in their home, or related to, in relation to their family, right? Because in romance, maybe someone stepped out of a connection, or they were not able to create because of they needed to end something before they could be rebirthed, feel like a child again, have happiness in their life. So the work that they're doing now is needing to make a decision, because what they're wanting is a wish fulfillment pertaining to their relationships, right? And if they've been in a relationship where there was other people involved, or someone had stepped out of their commitment, if there were other people in the relationship, then this was a form of imbalance. So if someone was stepping out and going out for drinks and celebrating and flirting, and that's not something that we could build upon. Okay, so also where partnerships are concerned, there is the possibility of a wish fulfillment going on here, right? So the transformation brings us an ending of a cycle, right? And our beliefs, our truth will take us to that 10 of Cups. And obviously there's a brand new cycle that Jupiter is bringing us that's been birthed now from yesterday, right? With Jupiter and the Sun connecting. A new 12-year cycle that possibly will give us that happiness of the 10 of Cups. So our goals are, and our social standing is, some of us may be seen as divorcees. Some of us may be seen as we've gone through a lot of hardships, right? But justice is ours now. We are balanced. Emotionally, we are mature. We've matured and we've taken that position of making a judgment where there's been no equal giving and receiving. We are shedding something, a situation that did not give us that balance, that equal. And the future, what the future holds is there's a brand new cycle, right? And remember that what we've worked towards, we are reaping. We are reaping the work that we've done with Aquarius. So this is, we've ended a cycle, and this is obviously, it does speak to, this could speak to marriage, the World card. It could speak to marriage, it could speak to success, recognition, accomplishment. All those beautiful energies are in the World card. And let's not stop believing. Pisces is, remember, it's the ending of a karmic cycle. This ending will give us a brand new cycle, which is very promised by Venus. Okay, so King of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. Maybe someone who had a choice between their stability, their home, their social standing, and another relationship maybe. 5 of Pentacles, remember, is a relationship maybe between two people that is not socially normal. It's not something that is to be expected for this King of Pentacles. So doing how I see it also, it's like that maverick. So someone who is very traditional, which is like the King of Pentacles, having another choice, but doing things against their social norm. So being the maverick, there's that Aquarian energy for me. Remember, he's holding that 6th pentacle. We've got the 5 and he's holding the 6th pentacle, which is a karmic payback, paying money out, someone who's generous, who pays others, a boss. If this is a business, looks like this King of Pentacles may have also gone through financial stress in the past. Let's look at their hidden position. Someone who is successful. We've got the 6 of Wands, maybe someone that also is a little bit about ego, someone who's been successful, who's maybe got a name for themselves. 6 of Wands. Having passed a position of being successful in whatever it is that we desire and we're hoping to create, dear friends, starting a brand new cycle, that's not easy. It's a 7, remember, 7 wands. 7 is 7 of Wands, let's say, is someone that's got the upper hand here. So maybe also dealing with a lot of pushback from others, or, as I said, doing something very differently that's not expected of them. Let's take one more. And another 7. We've got the 7 of Swords. So this is something secretive. Someone is strategizing to climb that mountain, not speaking about it, keeping it on the low, not speaking about it to many people. But this is also a strong point of intelligence, of reaching that ability to succeed and have that new beginning. Let's look at that 3 of Cups. We've got the Lovers, dear friends. So for many of you, this is a love triangle, a love affair. The Lovers, very powerful. A lot of love here. Maybe there has been a reconciliation for some of you in the past, but there was still people involved here, or someone was still undecided pertaining to who they would choose. Four of Swords. Something did try to get up off the ground here, but there was another heartbreak here, another disappointment. Because the Four of Swords obviously comes after the Three. Now, maybe someone's needed time to be able to make their choice, or it's, yes, if this is the King of Pentacles, this is someone that strategizes and plans. This is an earth sign, someone that's grounded, someone that needs to be certain before they move forward. There's a lot of thought process, a lot of lack of communication, maybe also a lack of celebration recently, like a quiet for some of you, where someone's needed to make a decision, a very important decision. Let's see the World card. Yeah, there's the Two of Pentacles again. We've got a couple of twos. We've got Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. We've got the Lovers here. We've got the Five of Pentacles, I should say the Two of Wands here. Things are up in the air. The infinity symbol going over another cycle, but coming to an end, possibly here with a World card. And we've got the Emperor, my dear friends, the Emperor who does want something stable. This is a card of security. Someone taking charge. This is the boss. And the King of Pentacles many times is very similar to the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries, Aries Taurus for me, but it does also maybe promise that someone is making their choice. Someone is taking charge, taking leadership. Probably again, we're looking at the Aries, the sun ingresses into Aries, which is just around the corner. Let's see what's going on. For some of you, this could be two different people that you are dealing with. A younger masculine and an older masculine that you could be also ending a cycle with. What's the Justice card? Because that could speak to divorce. There's the Hanging Man. So Pisces. Oh, wow. It's interesting because the card fell out like this. So some of you maybe share children with an Emperor. If this was someone, because I see the Emperor in this deck as quite angry. Someone that's not very loving, someone that's not very open. It is someone that will show their sexual side, but not someone that shows the depths of their heart. But remember also that on another level, we do have Leo twice, which is leadership, and we've got the Emperor, who also is a leader. Now, I'm not taking reversals, so if the Emperor were to be in the reverse, this would be someone that you could be leaving because you've sacrificed too much, maybe surrendered at this point, sort of ending a karmic chapter with an Emperor. Now, it could also be that the Emperor is closing up a karmic chapter in their life. And remember, the Emperor is a father, as is the King of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups is children. So they've got children, but the Six of Cups is also nostalgia. Hoping for a soulmate connection, or a soulmate connection with the ability to come through as this cycle ends. And there is balancing out. Remember, the sixes are always cards of balance, and we've got so many cards that speak to coming into balance. That Justice card. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. Lots of doors opening, possibly. Where there's been deception, someone is starting a new cycle, leaving a long-term cycle for a new cycle. There it is, the Fool card. So as someone begins this new journey, this could be a physical, it could be metaphorical, it could be also just an ascension process that we're going through, where there's many possibilities here. We could reach for the stars. We've got 10 and 7, that's 17, it's Aquarius. Reaching for the stars, reaching for a wish fulfillment, doing things totally differently. Connecting also to friends, having a sense of friendship and trust. The action and advice is that you may be turning a difficult corner, 7 of Cups, but you can find your bliss as long as you believe, you know that Spirit has got your back. 9 of Cups. We've got lots of information, legalities, action being taken to communicate. And we also see that this, look at the similarities here as he's at the edge. Looks like he's, can't even tell what's going on here, like he's taken a leap of faith here. He's flying through the air. That's the Aquarius energy, which is lots of communication, lots of truths, piercing truths. We've got the Queen of Wands, very able, willing and able. That's the Leo energy. She's got the desire to manifest. She knows her strength. She knows that she's got the ability to create. She desires and she takes action towards her desires. So she holds that Ace of Wands, remember, and she's very magnetic, very attractive. She's got luck with her. Let's see. So we've got, there's a bit of ego here. So there's a bit of a power struggle between a couple of people, but the conflict is not huge. We've got the 5 of Wands here, right? So the conflict could be, do I create what I desire, or do I serve and create for others? Now, if this is a business, my dear friends, remember we've got the 6 of Wands right here. So there can be a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of misunderstandings or misconceptions. Or, on the other hand, this is that someone is ready. There's a lot of power, air and fire, is ready to do the work, whether there's conflict or not. There is the understanding that, yes, someone can succeed through clear and concise communication and the act of moving towards what it is that we desire and what it is that we want to manifest. Right, and we've also got beneath the manifest card, we've got the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is chakra number 3. This is all about our personal power, strong intuition, do believe. And we've got the High Priestess here, my dear friends. High Priestess, listen. Listen to your intuition. You've got the ability to manifest, because you've been going through a tower moment. You're on a cycle of rebuilding. And who is rebuilding? Because there's aha moments here. Who is rebuilding their life here? It is the Empress. It is Venus. Because there's been too much sacrifice. There's been an ending. Someone's been trying to control you, right? Trying to control a situation. This is the Strength card. Someone's been trying to control a situation, but someone has had the ability now to see, to observe things from a different perspective. The control could be also through sexual means. Remember, the Strength card is a strong sexual energy. It's confidence with one's higher self, but it's also a trust card. Someone's needed to see things from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, and maybe now they are through seeing things from a different perspective, and maybe having sacrifice. Remember that Pisces and the Hanging Man, remember that is where Jupiter and Neptune and the Sun are, and Venus will also enter. And that will be a very positive time, my dear friends. April seems very, very promising. There will be nurturing, providing. This Empress knows her. She knows the power. She's going through a rebuilding of her life. She's listening to her higher self. She's been challenged under that was the Five of Swords. Now she's in her personal power. She's got the ability to manifest. So she's matching the power of the Emperor. And I do see the Queen of Wands very many times as that ability to create, very creative energies that the Empress also holds. Let's see. Let's look at the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords here. What is this about, dear Spirit? What is the Ten of Swords? What's this ending about? There is the Eight of Cups, my dear friends. So yes, someone is leaving. Something that is just, it's gone, finished. It was unhealthy, it was toxic. It's a time to check out. It's a time to move on. There's been a lot of spiritual growth here as well. Someone is ready to take a journey. What is this dilemma of the Two of Swords, please? What is that dilemma? And we've got the King of Wands. we've got two kings. We've got the Emperor. We've got one queen, my dear friends. That's really interesting. So, very strong masculine energies in this reading. And of course, what I see here is that the Queen of Wands, the divine feminine, she knows what she wants. It's the divine masculine that now is seeing what they need to do, that is now making their decision. Remember, the King of Wands the Queen of Wands is the knowledge, and the King of Wands is the manifestation. It's the maturing. It's the ending, where there's been growth, there's been maturity. So that is what the situation holds. Someone is making a decision and knowing that they can create through the power of the heart, the power of leadership. Look at the lion here. So Leo is huge in this reading. I want to take a card on the Sun, which was the general energy of the reading. What is the Sun about, dear Spirit? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter and the Sun. Oh my God, oh my God. Jupiter embracing the Sun. I should say Jupiter in the embrace of the Sun, in the heart of the Sun. This is the new cycle that begins, which promises a lot of fortune, a lot of abundance, changes that are very karmic, positive changes, as long as we're coming from our truth, from our heart, from a sense of generosity, knowing that we can create something new, as long as we're coming from a place of purity. Look at the white horse. This speaks to clarity, purity, and we're having a full moon in Virgo just around the corner, just before the new astrological year, which is saying if we're coming from a place of purity, then this is what we will manifest. We are seeing something that was hidden. Opposite, remember, is Pisces, something that we were unaware of. We're seeing it now. We could also be seeing that someone is now ready to do the work, Virgo, provide a service to humanity, not only through spiritual means, through the divine, but also on a practical level. So if this is a relationship, right, someone is checking out, someone is going towards their heart's content, and the fate spirit is helping that along. Remember, Jupiter is also severing ties, cutting away where there's been deception, cutting away where there's been no truth. And this is the wheel of fate, bringing in an ending that will open doors to matters of heart, to the possibility of a rebirth, dear friends. Let's take 3 cards. Number 17, we have a gift, and the gift comes from the hands of a child. We've got the child here, we've got the sun twice, so there is a child here. This is childlike energies, this is pure energy, this is new energy. And this could be a pure energy coming through social media. The star is a wish fulfillment. It's Aquarius. So there is a gift as Venus and Mars are transiting through. This is an offer. A gift of words, information, truth, which will give you a sense of understanding of what was hidden, what was unknown, what you felt was poisonous. This could be in relation to other people. Information coming in pertaining to animosity. Could be from friends, could be from someone that you've been dealing with. Okay, and with the ring here, this is obviously an offer as well for a new commitment, a new marriage. Let's move in together. Let's end this vicious cycle of fears and poison and toxins. Let's end this cycle and move towards, even though it's challenging, and for some of you, this could be 7-8 years. You're turning a corner. It's a Saturnian corner. But there are gifts. Now, there could be concerns pertaining to an offer. Someone's thinking a lot. And there is the message, another 7. This could be also legalities and contracts, news, information, which maybe could possibly 7. Remember the Chariot. Be what is sort of pushing you along to making that decision and taking that chariot forward. That can speak to, of course, a change of residence, a change of countries. We've got high honors, another 7, my dear friends. We've got the expectation, so the Empress has been expecting, the Divine Feminine has been expecting something that was of high honors. Or remember the 6 of Wands here, maybe she's been dealing with someone that was very successful, or a message or a gift that makes her feel very honored. And we've got a house. Now the house, it's not your own home. This could speak to the tower, very similar to tower energies. The house could also speak to the red tape. It could speak to legalities. There's a sense of coldness here, but it can also speak to stability, stable energies. We've got an eclipse or a full moon here showing up here. I need more information on that. But this also is very similar to the tower, which is like a sense of solitude or duties or delays, or it's Saturn in Capricorn. We've got Capricorn, the devil there. So, but it's a number 20 also, which speaks to, remember the judgment card. So remember that critical moment, that moment of crisis where there's a decision that needs to be made. We've got the unexpected income. And we've got the imprisonment. So this is like courthouse. My God, this card always shows up. Always shows up. So we've got lots of energies here. It's like choosing your path here. choosing the side of the gift, or waiting and being stuck and hoping on that message and hoping that someone else will take action. What I see here is that both people need to take, the middle ground. Energetically, it's like, playing out that both parties need to do the work. And that's when the stability can come through, because the imprisonment here, again, this speaks to blockages, or someone being blocked still because they're going through divorce, or they've got legalities that they're dealing with, but there's an unexpected income. We go from the 9 to the 11. So the 9 is the Hermit, seeing the light, and Justice, which is up there, balance. 9 and 11, that's 20 again, bringing in, honing in the energies together, adding them up together, brings you, remember 9 and 11 is 20, again, 9 and 11, yes, 20, which does give you a sense of balance. It will give you that safety, security. Remember, the house can speak to a business, right? Something that you've been building on, something that gives you a sense of security. All right, so the courthouse again is there. Lots to do with legalities, lots to do with balances or imbalances, justice or injustices. Let's see what the energy oracle holds. Patience. Well, it's in the reverse. Someone's lost their patience here. Number 16, which is a Tower moment. We see the clock there. This is a card of, it's Saturn, right? The Lord of timing and karma. Maybe it's time now. Maybe you don't need to wait anymore, because 16, remember, is the Tower card as well. So someone may be also losing their patience right now. And that's where the ball gets rolling. That's where things start to play out. We see here that there's a lot of impatience. Leo is not patient, right? It's a fire sign. Air is not patient. We've got air and fire here. And there is the Five of Wands, where changes are happening because of impatience. What I want to do is, I will not read from this, but what I want to do, and remember it's a 7, again, I want to take one card on this Five of Wands here. We've got the King of Swords. Oh my God. Aquarius. So in the time of Aquarius, lots of truths will come through, a lot of communication, finding one's justice, finding an intelligent way to make the changes that are necessary to bring in balance, right? And of course, the King of Swords is Aquarius, could be any other air sign, I suppose. Two very powerful, very strategic. The King of Swords is someone that does not show their emotions, but there's conflict here pertaining to that. And some of you could also be dealing with legalities pertaining to either the Aquarius season, as Venus and Mars move through Aquarius this month, the whole month of March, but also getting truth where there was no truth, where there was no understanding pertaining to matters of heart, because we've got the Nine of Cups at the as the original card here, dear friends. So whatever will be communicated, it will bring changes, and it will also possibly bring a wish fulfillment. Now, where someone has not been fulfilling your cups, this is where you cut them out, cut them away from your life. Yep, someone is going through heartbreak. There is an ending here. Lots of worries, lots of other people being in our business. Nines, a couple of nines means we're at the end. Pay attention to the 9th of March, dear friends. We shall see what that speaks to. All right, I want to take one last card. I want to take the Gaia Oracle. And And thank you, dear Spirit. We've got a couple of cards. Flame tree and jewel within a teardrop. So we've got number 30 and number 10. Flame tree is the start of something new, which we see here as the Ace of Wands in the hidden position. And we see appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. Appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. Jewel within a teardrop. I'd like to read that. Number 10, which is, of course, a restart. You will soon experience a strong spiritual and emotional bond with another person, a family member, an animal, or a pet. During this time, you will also reconnect with your innermost feelings and true nature, which have been suppressed or ignored of late. This is a deeply emotional time where tears of sadness transform to tears of joy. Your appreciation of life, love, and friendships will strengthen as you give thanks for the many blessings in your life. Love is truly all around you. Embrace it, cherish it, and honor it. And that's where the honor card comes through here. You and those you love unite through a common bond, and the love you feel for one another grows stronger and more profound. This is a special and magical time. Be sure to savor each and every moment. Love is all that really matters. I'm in love with my higher self. I'm in touch and in tune with my innermost feelings. I'm blessed. I'm spiritually connected to those I love. I am loved. And that is what we need to focus on, my dear friends. There is something starting, and it comes from a place of Venusian energies. Why? Because 3 is the Empress. Have a look at the card. Tune into that. See if it speaks to you. Right? This is like a portal that we are moving through as a door opens. Tears of sadness turn into tears of joy. Okay, spiritual and emotional reconnection. So some of you could be reconnecting, obviously, with someone from the past. There is a lot of desire, but there's also that deep desire to leave something that was very toxic in your life and rebuild as the portal opens and we are moving towards what it is that we desire, even if we have to do it in a very secretive way. Right? Even if we are not speaking to others pertaining to this. Now, this could also be someone else that is practically at the top of their mountain, right? Practically at the end of their challenges, whatever this speaks to for you. So we're turning a very difficult corner right now, dear friends, but there's great promise just around the corner. And with that, I will leave you. I want to thank you all so much for connecting with me. Love and light to all of you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I know these times are very difficult, my friends. But as I said, there is great promise ahead of us. Do not lose faith. We are going through a rebirthing process. And it is never an easy process, as we know. But there is great promise. There is great promise, and there is much to believe, as we've got beautiful energies happening in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is unconditional love. That's where we need to come from. Love unconditionally, believe unconditionally, and turn our focus towards the divine and not towards the darkness, as there is a lot of that playing out in the world right now, and there's a lot that is being communicated to us which is not real. So my dear friends, always take what you see on the news. There's a lot of deception going on out there. Take what you see from the news, what you hear on the news, with a grain of salt. Do your research as well. Speaking of the collective energies and what's going on there with Russia and Ukraine, okay, I feel a drum roll that's at a distance. That's what I'm feeling. A drum roll, which is saying that there is something else going on that we cannot perceive right now. But I feel that even though things are looking really dark, really negative, I do believe that this is the curtain that you are being shown. You cannot see what's going on behind the curtain. So let Jupiter moving through Pisces show us, okay? And remember that we are moving towards the age of Aquarius. It's all about people coming together, freedom, sovereignty, togetherness, and not splitting people up. Okay, not being stuck in our own fears that where is humanity going with all this? That we're going to be doomed. I feel that this is what you cannot see. There's many, many layers, as there is in the astrology and the tarot. There is so many layers playing out, so many stories and narratives playing out in the backlog that you cannot see. Stay on track, stay on path, stay with your beliefs, stay that what your dream is, what you're hoping to manifest. Okay, even if the route is taking you left, right, and center, so you're feeling a little bit lost right now, know that it's not about the outcome, it's about the journey, obviously. But know that spirit will take you to the outcome that is yours, the outcome that is best for you, for your higher self, for your soul's evolution. Trust in that. And just go with the flow. Go with the flow, my dear friends. Love and light. I will talk to you soon.